go to my website, deletelaws.com, and get a trifold. Laminate a copy of your driver's license front and back, your insurance and registration card, put it on a laminated slip, and it goes inside your trifold above your visor. Use the touchdown position. Hand goes on the seat over here as you film. This hand goes up, grabs the trifold, your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. Everything that you do with the cop, you show the camera first. Cop pulls you over, license, registration. I'm already like this. I'm already filming the copper. So what's the first thing you do when you see a copper? You start recording, and your hands, look at my hands. I put my elbow right on that knob. You see that? And now I got my phone, and I'm recording inward right here. I'm recording myself. And then, of course, when the camera shoots across my face and goes out the window, it's hitting the copper. You always want that camera on yourself, so if anything happens to you, we can see you get hit. We want to make sure that you're in the camera. So you film like this. You hold your hands up in the touchdown position. Then when copper pulls you over, reach up, grab your trifold, your laminated driver's license, proof of registration, insurance. Right there, cop says, hey, can I get your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance? You pull it down and you hand it to him. There it is. Now he has my license, registration, proof of insurance. He says, hey, where are you going? Perfect. Now you grab your trifold out the top. You point at the trifold where it says, I plead the Fifth Amendment. You show it to the cop and you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment, officer. Where are you heading? Officer, I just showed you on the trifold, I plead the Fifth. Please don't ask me any more questions. If I violated a code, then give me a ticket. I want to leave. Thank you for your time. You know how fast you were going? Officer, you're now harassing me. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I showed it to the camera. This footage is going to go to the judge when I sue you. As soon as I hand him this, where are you coming from? Where are you going? What are you doing? Who'd you date when you were in 11th grade? Eat my shorts, copper. Stop harassing me. I've already invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I have a right to counsel if you're going to question me. You don't see my lawyer here with me, do you? So get the flock out of here. Go have a ham sandwich. Go beat your wife. Go beat your 8-year-old kid. Get the flock away from my car. You're on camera. Everything's going to be on camera. Can you step out of the car? Sure, I'll step out of the car. Cop says, can I search your car? Sure, you can search my car. Go ahead. He starts to search it. I revoke consent. It's on my trifold, United States versus Williams. I revoke consent. There's not enough drug dogs to get there in time, or they violate Rodriguez versus United States 2015. You use that trifold like it's a piano that you're playing. It'll keep you safe from the piggies. You got to get used to this. You got to get used to mincing the words you use properly, because they're trying to mince words with you to arrest you, steal your car, kidnap you, and put you in a frickin' dungeon. I wish that wasn't true. I wish this wasn't my business. I really wish that I had no trifold business where I didn't sell a trifold to make a living, because so many people didn't have to worry about their rights being violated. But that's not the case. That's not the case. If you answer one question, where are you going? I'm going to my mom's house. Where are you coming from? You writing a book? You want to be my boyfriend? What are you talking about? Why are you asking me all these questions? We're not dating, bro. I'm straight. Sorry, homie. Don't ask me where I'm going. It says on the trifold, I do not agree to answer any questions. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Use your trifold. Use it. I sell it for $9. You can download it. Then you have a copy. You can give it to all your friends. Or if you don't have $9, I'll give it to you for free. I'll give it to you for free. There's my grifting ways. I give away the product I sell for free. I'm a real grifter. Get my trifold. Get it in your car. If you don't have one, I'll give you one for free. If you can't afford $9, if you no problem. If you can afford the $30 one, get it. Put it in your car. It's badass. Keep it. Use your damn trifold. By the way, when you get the $30 indestructible one, I send it. I give you a nice thick. It's actually a broccoli wad. You know, the broccoli wad rubber bands, a nice thick black rubber band. That's what Aaron Queen's talking about, because I really want you to put the trifold up on your visor, just like that. Put that around your visor, your trifold. How many people don't have their license, registration, proof of insurance? I do a photocopy of my driver's license. I do a laser copy of the front of my driver's license and the back of my driver's license, because I'm not going to put my actual driver's license in a plastic laminated fold. So what I do is I do a laser copy of the front and the back. and then I do a laser copy of my registration proof of insurance, and then I put them on one long plastic card that kind of mimics the same size as my trifold. And then my registration, insurance, and proof of ID all goes in here. And then when the cop pulls me over, I use this touchdown position. That's why I give you guys the rubber band with your order. It's a small little thing, but I don't want you trying to find the right rubber band. I sell you a nice, thick, black broccoli wad rubber band that goes right inside of your, right there. What's wrong with having the necessary tools above your head, putting your hands above the steering wheel so you don't get shot? They're shooting people. I wish it was a joke. I really wish I didn't have a business. I wish my business was failing miserably because so many cops were doing it right. That's what I wish. It's just not the case. You got to have the trifold on you. And I don't care about your $9. I'll give it to you for free. Get it in your car. I appreciate it if you can buy it. Thanks. I don't care. Your $9 ain't going to make or break me, bud. Your $30 for the indestructible one doesn't make or break my day today. It just doesn't. But if you have my trifold in your car, it might make or break your day. It could save your life. Someone wrote me an email the other day, and I talked about this the other day, and they said, Chili, the guy started the back and forth with me, and right away I invoked my Fifth Amendment right. He said, where are you coming from? And I said, I don't answer any questions. It's on the trifold.
Well, sir. Pulled over because of her speed. Shared license, please. Where are you headed today?
That's how you do it. Not a word. Sure. Not a word. Don't talk.
That's my license, insurance, proof of registration.
You see, not a word, not a hello, not a how are you, nothing. Not going to talk to him.
Hey, Mr. Casher, you still live at that mailing address you have here?
Do you still live at that mailing address here? I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
That's for sole purpose of the infractions. I don't want to get mailed out to somewhere else.
I have nothing to say.
All right, so just remain inside the vehicle. I'll be right back.
He said, okay. And he went back and did his thing. That's what I want to hear. I want your testimonial. I want to hear from you that I used your trifold. I didn't answer any questions. I got a ticket, but I didn't have to have that. Where are you going? Where are you coming from? What's your favorite color? Can I search your car? Which what I do now, when I know this jackboot thug pig is going to search my car, on your trifold is the 2018 case of Williams versus United States. And as soon as they say, I want to search your car, I know that this jackboot thug pig is going to invoke the Carroll Doctrine, the exigent circumstances clause of the Carroll Doctrine, and say that he's searching my car because he believes I have contraband, or he believes there's a possible loss of life, a danger to someone's life. So I just got this feeling this cop's going to search my car. So I tell him, he goes, hey, can I search your car? And I go, sure, you can search my car. Step out for me. Sure. I start to get out. He starts to search my car. And I say, oh, officer, I revoke consent. I revoke consent. It's right here, 2018, United States versus Williams. It says right on my trifold right here that if I can give consent, I revoke consent. He says, oh, I'm going to call a drug dog out here, do a walk around your car. I said, oh, sorry, officer, 2015, Rodriguez versus United States says that you can't extend a traffic stop to search my car without a single articulable fact or reasonable articulable suspicion that I'm somehow doing something where you need a drug dog out here. And if they can't do that, which they can't, oh, I'm going on a hunch, everything, remember, you're filming everything. Then you got that copper when you go to court. And anything that he gets from your car is fruit of the poisonous tree, the 1961 case of Matt versus Ohio.
The reason why Showcase Audits asked a question down here, what's the point of the address question? Well, the point of the address question is to get you to answer one question. And if you answer that question of, is your address the same as it was? Is this your same mailing address? And then you say, no, it's not. And then they say, well, what's your current mailing address? Well, how many questions are you going to answer? How much information are you going to divulge? When does the questioning stop? It won't stop. And then if you don't cooperate anymore, now you're not being cooperative. And that's the point of the address question.
I really wish that I didn't have this business.
But I do.
But I do. But I do because so many people are cheated by the pigs.
So many
Because
people.
so many people are cheated by the pigs.
So many people.
OTVO. Everybody put it in the chat. OTVO. OTVO. Put it in the chat. Overturn Terry
chat.
versus Ohio. Where are you
I'm
coming from? Going to work?
not a word.
You live in this area? Now, at this point, by the third or fourth question, me being the mother I would say, hey, cop, I told you 3 times. I plead the 5th. Now back the fuck up. Leave me alone. You have no right to question me. Do your job. Give me a ticket or don't. But off, piggy. That would be my response. I don't recommend that you do that response. I recommend you go like this. Where are you going? Where are you heading? What are you doing? What time are you coming home? Did you sleep with your wife last night? Are you dating anybody? Do you like steak? Do you like eggs? Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. And instead of answering any of those things, I simply say, Copper, I plead the 5th Amendment. Copper keeps questioning me, and I say, I'm not going to answer any questions. Please leave me alone. Any further questioning is outright harassment.
There it is. We're gonna get into it. What is going on out there in the land of the unfree America? Everybody, welcome to Delete Laws. Welcome to another rendition of Delete Laws. My name is Chili. I will be your host. I started this channel a little over 3 years ago now, I guess, with a friend of mine named Jepkin Lloyd, and we created a couple documentaries. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Everything I learned on my own, reading on the internet. I studied journalism in college. And so now here we are, and you're going to see some doozies tonight. What's going on, chat? Just Willie. What is going on? Stomper is here. Who's here? Who's here? Can I get an OTVO in the comment section? Listen, here's what I got to ask you guys to do. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure that your notifications are turned on. Listen, I don't know what YouTube is doing. I don't really know what's going on. A couple house cleaning things, and then I'm going to jump right into some videos here. I already picked out the videos. So I just want to show you guys kind of what's going on. If you're not getting notified of the videos, if you are getting notified. So this is let me show you what it's looked like. This was yesterday. These are yesterday's videos. So these are yesterday's videos. You see the views right there, 185,000 views, 43,000. So you see that? And then, or that was day before. This is yesterday's views, 124, 37,000, 118,000, 73,000. And then this is today's views, 449, 835, not 1,000, just 435, 1.2 thousand. 457, 549, 116 views, 394 views. So I'm not really sure what YouTube is doing. I had a conversation with YouTube. They said, make sure that your subscribers have their notifications turned on. So that's it. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure your notifications are turned on. But you know what? I'm going to go with just what we got here. And there's a few hundred people here. I don't think they're going to send off notifications. I do believe the powers that be have decided to try to kill this channel. That's what I think is going on. That's what I believe is going on. You just don't go from 150,000 views to, 116, 549, 457. We deleted it, re-uploaded it. So, be prepared here. Be prepared, folks. Be prepared. I'll have Team DLZ up here really quick. So I don't know what's going on. But we don't stop. I'll tell you that.
Step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. Sir, come on, bro. Step out of the car. I can't.
Did you hear it? I ran it back twice on purpose. The cop is asking a paraplegic to step out of the car.
Bro, step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. sir. Come on, bro. Step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. I was in this situation last night. You can get out. You can get out of the car. You got in the car. Hello. Get out of the car. Hey, bro. Can you come down the street to Ferguson and Grand? The police just pulled me over and they trying to make me get out the car, and I'm telling them I'm a paraplegic. I can't get out the car.
I'm sorry. What did he just say? I'm sorry. What did he say?
Just pulled me over and they trying to make me get out the car, and I'm telling them I'm a paraplegic. I can't get out the car without no help and shit. And these motherfuckers, they on some just come down the street, bring some people with cameras. Come down the street, come bring cameras and bring somebody so they can witness what's going on. All right, come. Time to get out of the car. I'm not getting out. I just told you I'm a paraplegic. I cannot get out. I do not want to have to. I do not want to have to. Can you call your white shirt?
What? What are you talking about? He just told you he's a paraplegic. Paraplegic. It doesn't matter if I say it wrong or right. He can't walk. It doesn't matter how you say paraplegic. If you say it perfect or not, this guy can't walk. And the cop told him to step out of the car twice. What kind of bozo clown world are we living in? Are you freaking kidding me? You're telling him to step out of the car? It's not going to be possible, Copper. You can't ask a paraplegic to step out of the car. That is just not how it works. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Bro, step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. Sir, come on, bro. Step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. I was in this situation last night. You can get out. You can get out of the car. You got in the car. Hello. Get out of the car. Hey, bro. Can you come down the street to Ferguson and Grand? The police just pulled me over and they trying to make me get out the car, and I'm telling them I'm a paraplegic. I can't get out the car without no help and shit. And these motherfuckers, they on some just come down the street, bring some people with cameras. Come down the street, come bring cameras and bring somebody so they can witness what's going on. All right, come. Time to get out of the car. I'm not getting out. I just told you I'm a paraplegic. I cannot get out. I do not want to have to. I do not want to have to. Can you call your white shirt, please? I will. If you pull me out of here, you better expect. So here's the thing. I'm gonna pull you out and then I'll call a white shirt because you're getting out of the car. That's not an option. You're getting out of this car. So you can cooperate and get out of the car, or I will drag you out of the car.
Okay. Pause for intermission. Everybody, real quick. What do you think the psycho cop is going to do? What do you think the psycho cop is going to do in this situation? Put it in the comment section real quick. I want to see. Write it down in there. We're going to pause for 1 second. What do you think the psycho cop is going to do in this situation? The man just said he's a paraplegic. I am not going to start cursing. I am not going to lose my cool. You dirty jackboot thug pig, JBTP. Put it in the comment section, JBTP. You are a bad human being. The copper who does this to a paraplegic. So let me tell you that the fraction of information that I know about paraplegics. I know I don't know anybody who's paraplegic. I know a tiny bit from the couple videos I've seen on YouTube. Here's what I know. You don't have any control of your legs at all. There's no muscle twitching. There's no nothing. If you fold up wrong on your legs, you can't feel yourself folding up on your legs. Your leg's just not going to kick out if it gets in the wrong position. If they contort your legs and twist them and break them, the paraplegic won't feel the injury. And then you can get an infection in your legs and you can die. You can get a blood clot from the injury. And this is, I mean, I know someone could come in and trump me and say, you're a moron. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'll go, you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Seen a couple of videos where I learned exactly what I'm telling you. That person could have been wrong. But from what I hear, that's how it works. You can't fold up on your legs wrong, roll your ankle back the wrong way. You can break a bone, snap a ligament, and they're not even aware it happens sometimes. And then that, of course, becomes an infection, and then they can die. That's my new amount of knowledge in it right there. So what do you think is going to happen? Plead the second. That's hilarious. He could die, become septic. Is that right, Maddie? Unacceptable. Alan Hubb says life isn't easy in that condition. Do you think he's going to drag the poor guy out of the car? Is that what you guys think is going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen? Probably a paraplegic from a PIG 2. Hey, listen, Black Sheep 216. Don't call them pigs, okay? Don't call them pigs. Now, let's see what the dirty pig actually is going to do at the end of the day here. Let me run it back a little bit so we can get the crescendo build up.
They trying to make me get out the car, and I'm telling them I'm a paraplegic. I can't get out the car without no help and shit. And these motherfuckers, they also just come down the street, bring some people with cameras. Come down the street, come bring cameras and bring somebody so they can witness what's going on. All right, come on. Time to get out of the car. I'm not getting out. I just told you I'm a paraplegic. I cannot get out.
I do not want to have to. I do not want to have to.
Can you call your white shirt, please?
I will.
If you pull me out of here, you better expect.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna pull you out, and then I'll call a white shirt because you're getting out of the car. That's not an option. You're getting out of this car, so you can cooperate and get out of the car, or I will drag you out of the car. Do you see your two options here?
I know I got right. Sir? I would like for you to call your white shirt.
I will when I'm done. Get out of the car.
Come on, bro.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Bro.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Listen.
Get out of the car.
I am a paraplegic, bro. You can hurt me.
Get out of the car.
You can hurt me, bro.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
What are y'all doing, bro?
Psycho pigs, psycho pigs, psycho pigs.
Dude, you're making this worse.
I'm a paraplegic, bro. I'm trying to tell you that I got help getting in the car. Y'all can hurt me. They can hurt me.
Get out of the car.
Bro, I'm a paraplegic. Get out.
Oh, he's got him by the hair.
Ow. Ow.
Out of the car.
Bro, I'm a paraplegic.
Oh, he's got him by the hair.
Ow. 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 Ow.
Ah.
Somebody help. Somebody help.
Something right here.
Somebody help.
Stop.
Somebody help.
Ah.
Stop.
Someone help.
Stop.
So are y'all recording this?
Stop.
Somebody help. I'm a paraplegic.
Stop.
They are doing the unjust thing to me. Somebody please help me.
Stop.
Look at the anger problem on that cop's face.
Stop. Stop. You are hurting me. What are you talking about? I'm a paraplegic.
Stop.
I'm a paraplegic. I'm a paraplegic.
Stop. You're making this worse than it needs to be.
I'm a paraplegic. I gave y'all everything.
That's fine.
I gave y'all everything y'all asked for.
Fine. Cooperate.
Can y'all call the white shirt?
You call whoever you want.
Can y'all call the real police, please?
The real police.
You're about to get tased.
Oh, he's going to grab the hair again.
Ow.
Oh, he's got him by the hair again, man. Oh, grinding his face into the concrete. Oh, they're sitting on him. They know his legs don't work and they're on his back.
You're making it so much harder.
Oh my God. Oh my freaking God. Who would have thunk that they were going to jump on the paraplegic's back and put all their weight? Oh my God, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, dude? Why are you doing that, dude? Is Chevy here? Chevy! 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 Is Chevy here? Chevy, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this, Ish? Are you seeing this? Are you freaking kidding me? You put all of your weight on the waist of a paraplegic whose legs don't work? You know what the worst shot for me was? You know what the worst shot for me? Let me show you the most disturbing shot that I found in this right here. Let me show you what I thought to be like the most ludicrous.
Stop.
Somebody help. I'm a paraplegic.
Stop.
They are doing the unjust thing to me. Somebody please help me.
Stop.
Stop. You are hurting me. What are you talking about? I'm a paraplegic.
Stop.
I'm a paraplegic. I'm a paraplegic.
Stop.
Okay, so we get it. Your legs don't work at all, right?
You're making this worse than it needs to be.
I'm a paraplegic. I gave y'all everything.
That's fine.
I gave y'all everything y'all asked for.
Fine. Cooperate.
Y'all call the white shirt.
Let me show you.
Ow.
Okay, so it's one thing ripping him out by his hair. That really just is disturbing. But then,
Get out of the car.
Somebody help. Somebody help.
Something right here.
Somebody help.
okay, there it is.
Somebody help.
Stop.
Someone help.
Stop.
So are y'all recording this?
Stop.
Somebody help. I'm a paraplegic. Someone help. Somebody help.
Stop.
That right there. That Do you see it? He's got the guy's leg. God forgive me. He's got the guy's leg whose leg doesn't work. He's got his leg that doesn't work, and he's got it stretched out and is posting it like someone who would try to close him within the guard of jujitsu. But he's making sure that leg can't close on him. He's squeezing a guy's leg that doesn't have barely has circulation. There's no muscle, there's no fat. It's just a tiny little, it'd be like grabbing a child's ankle almost. You would just feel tendons, ligaments, and whatever else is in there, but there's no muscle. There's no blood flow, but he's got him stretched. He's got him stretched out. He's got him stretched out like this. Put it in the comment section for me, if you would, please. JBTP, Jack Boot Thug. I can't call him anymore. Did I call him earlier? I can't call him anymore. We're changing my whole image. No more around here. Only JBTPs, and you guys are going to have to fill in the rest. No more added chili. No more pigs. You can't say pigs. Whatever you do, don't call them pigs. Oh, okay. I got another one. Are you ready for the next video? Okay. So this is nasty. I got to be honest. This is nasty. So if you're not ready, Kevin Brzezinski, what's going on? Milena, how are you guys? Remember, I'm doing 2-for-1 trifolds. Go to deletelaws.com. I'm doing 2-for-1 trifolds. 2-for-1. I'm giving you 2 trifolds for the price of 1. That's 2 trifolds for the price of 1. Go to Delete Laws right now. I'm also giving you that fancy ass broccoli wad rubber band with it to go over your visor. That way you can't this up. Okay. And whatever you do, don't call them pigs. Can you put in the comment section for me, please? Don't call them pigs. Don't you call them pigs. Don't you call them pigs. Don't you call them pigs. Oh, Alan Hubbs is here. Alan Hubbs. So Alan Hubbs, that freedom fighter out of North Carolina. Did you guys see the Alan Hubbs video? Did you guys see it? All right, let's get into this. I'll bring Alan back up in a second here.
It's no big deal. Step him up.
It's no big deal.
Please. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. That's what you're going to hear the cops tell you all the time. It's no big deal.
Step him up, please. It's no big deal. I mean, I'm not.
You gonna tell me from a listen to marijuana, bro?
Listen. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'm telling you right now.
What do you think's going to happen? I got to stop this. I mean, you figure from showing the paraplegic, we showed the paraplegic earlier. They're probably going to, do what they're going to, they're probably going to try to do what they do to the video anyway, right? Because we showed the paraplegic. But what do you think's going to happen next? This guy's going to drive away. What do you think's going to happen next? What do you think is going to happen next? What do you think's going to happen next? What do you think that copper is going to do as soon as he, Alan Hubbs, pew, 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 pew. Yeah. So this copper, let me give you a little bit of background before I show you what happens next. This copper is going to pull him over and tell him that it's not that big of a deal, but he's going to, what's really going to happen is he's going to arrest him and charge him for having a Mary Jane cigarette. That's the best way to say it. I hate to say the word but I'm trying to say it properly for the censors who are censoring everything. Everything is being censored. Everything. Okay. If you don't, you better censor that. Everything is censored. So what do you think is going to happen to this poor fella right here? What do you think is going to happen to him? Anybody? Anyone want to take a gander here? 18 seconds. Let's see.
No, stop. Okay.
So let me go back because the whole video is only 55 seconds.
It's no big deal. Somehow step them up, please. It's no big deal. I mean, I'm not.
You gonna
Like I
tell me
said,
from a license to marijuana, bro?
Listen,
Come on,
listen.
man.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Stop! 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 Put it in park. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your freaking hands up. Seminole, you're just trying to take off with me. Step them up now. Sir, I'm telling you. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. I swear to God. Put your hands up. You put it in park. Sir.
See, you're not adult enough to decide, and no advertiser would ever advertise when you're showing stuff like that. Okay? Nobody, I don't get like 25 emails a week from different companies to advertise on this channel. That doesn't happen. Well, wait a minute. Yes, it does. So, but you can hear the pew, 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 but you are not adult enough for us to show you this without us age restricting it, because then everybody knows that by age restricting the content that children are not going to see it. We're saving the children. It's all about saving the children. That's what it's about. If you were mature enough to handle this content without making sure your children couldn't see it, because you got to click yes, I'm over 18, that stops all kids. That hurdle right there, verify I'm 18, click I verify I'm 18, and then they watch it anyway. Children never do that. Never. As soon as they say verify that you're 18, the kid goes, oh, I guess I got to get off mom's YouTube. Age restricted, verify you want to see this. Kids that are 13, 12, 14, none of them can click verify. Their fingers don't work. Fingers broken. Every time the kid goes to click verify age, it doesn't work for him. His finger, the devil got it. They have just hammered this channel. It's embarrassing, to be honest with you. So he dies. He dies. He dies. He dies. The copper was going to take him to jail for a needler, for one of these things. And I can't even say it, because if I do, well, then they'll put my video in the toilet. So then nobody will see it. And so now that guy's dead. He's dead. He didn't comply. Okay. So let this be a lesson to all of you, that if you do not comply, no mas, no mas, no mas. I'm just feeling showcase audits. Showcase, when are you going to grab like 3 or 4 of my videos and make something, bro? I love your channel. I watch all your videos. I love showcase audits. If you guys don't watch showcase audits videos, man, he's got the best videos. He's got good stuff. Good stuff over there at Showcase. I'm waiting for you to grab a few of mine and put the showcase audit spin on that bad chicken. That's what I want to see you do. That's what I want to see you do, Showcase. Okay. So now this is a psycho cop. Let me give the proper introduction here. I am so sorry. I got a little bit distracted. Okay. Hello. Hey, Dick. What's going on, Damone? So, Milena, how are you? Wanda Meese, nice to see you. Top Rock. What is going on? Yeah, I saw that. I saw I got an honorable mention. God bless you, brother. God bless you. No, really. Yeah, it's so I appreciate all those auditor things and all that, but I don't think it's a competition. I think that we're all in this for similar reasons. Most First Amendment auditors are in it for similar reasons. And this is what I came up with in jail, by the way, when I was locked in that dungeon for almost 4 months. So I think we're all in this for the same thing. We all want to be an agent of change. That's what I think most First Amendment auditors, 98% of First Amendment auditors are in it for real change, to get change. Maybe there's 95%, 90%. I believe that, because I think that each individual First Amendment auditor has been wronged, cheated, seen cheating, witnessed it, and become so sick with this monopoly on terrorizing us through Supreme Court cases like Terry versus Ohio. I think each individual auditor has their own reason why they're doing it. In the world of personalities, I think that people who are disagreeable anyway, I'm extremely disagreeable. If you just tell me, hey, just take some of this, I'll say, well, what's in it? You say, hey, let's go to this thing. And I say, who's going to be there? I'm extremely disagreeable. I'm a disagreeable person. I don't just comply. I don't just agree. I don't just acquiesce to what you want me to do. I was one of the first people in Los Angeles who took that stupid mask off and ran right down the center of Sunset Boulevard in 2020. So now I think within the group of personalities of First Amendment auditors, even people who could be friends and assimilate together in real life may feel like they're in competition with one another. I think that we need to do the best that we can to try to bring independent journalists together. That's what I think. That's what I think. And I think there's some people trying to do that, and I'm down with that. You know, it's like the transgressions that I had previously with previous auditors or other activists and things like that. You know, sans one, the rest, I just kind of want to, you know, just try to move forward. I love this freeze frame. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see an absolute psycho cop who is going to hold a family at gunpoint. Then this psycho cop, he's going to tell the other monkeys to monkey see, monkey do, and put them all in handcuffs. You can hear the copper say, put them in handcuffs. And he says, yes, put them in handcuffs. And then you hear the children crying. This whole thing is so painful. This is so painful. I get, you know, the way I deal with feeling uncomfortable is by laughing. Yeah, you know, that's just how I deal with it. But this is, I warn you now up front, this might be hard to watch for some viewers. It's not hard to watch. There's no violence. There's, well, the torture cuffing is violence, but listening to the kids cry, it's really hard because they're sobbing through the whole thing.
Ma'am,
You can walk up to the fucking vehicle.
we can't walk up to a vehicle. Let's go hands on. Ma'am,
You can walk up to the fucking vehicle.
we can't walk up to a vehicle because we don't know what's inside the vehicle and what's going on. We'll find out. Okay, we'll find out, ma'am.
Please do.
Put your hand on small your back.
You got me fucked up. I never in my fucking life. Never. In
Yeah.
my fucking, shut up talking to
Okay.
me. You ain't gotta say shit else to me.
Okay, roll over.
Shit. You ain't gotta say shit else to me.
Okay, all right.
The fuck?
Okay.
Why you putting it on my 17-year-old? That's a 12-year-old little girl. Are you kidding me?
Do you love the blue line stripe? Is it just so appropriate? His blue line stripe is right there. Doesn't that tell you everything you need to know about the human being doing this? He has to turn off his sensor of right and wrong, of being a man or being an absolute follower. You can't make your own executive decisions and follow everybody.
Get your fucking
121.
hands away from my neck. You ain't gotta touch me, motherfucker. Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, just confirm
You ain't gonna
Charles
fucking
Nora
touch
King
me.
737.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I see you, Rusty.
Kids!
I'll get right to you.
Kids!
Sorry,
Still
a lot
rolling in your
of
system.
yelling and screaming. What was that?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep fucking yelling. They're my fucking kids.
Did you say it's confirmed?
I can't wait.
Look
I
at the
cannot
kids.
wait till this shit is over on my mama. I can't wait.
Oh, look at the kid. Look at the little kid. Look at this. She's just a youngin'. She's just a teenager. And look at this woman squatting over here with her knees on her back, putting her in torture cuffs. Look at this other little kid. And look at this little kid. Look at the little legs. Look at the little legs on this little kid that's belly down behind this one. Little legs. And then this, she's a teenager, but you know, she's a big teenager, but But look, this cop squatting over kids, kneeling on their backs. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. If you are her family right now, so everybody has different, put a one in the chat if you have family dynamics. Put a one in the chat if you have family dynamics in your family. Okay? Put a one in the chat if you have family dynamics. So in her family dynamics, if I was her brother or her sister, I would take a screenshot of her squatting over the top of children and cuffing them up. And I would send that to my mom and dad because you are a sick, twisted human being. There's something wrong with you. And I would want my uncle, my brother, my cousin, my second cousin in Tallahassee. I would want every single, especially if I didn't like her. Oh man, I would want every single family member I ever had to have the screenshot of her cuffing up kids. As you hear the screaming and the crying, listen.
I cannot wait till this shit is over on my mom and dad grave.
She's saying nice things as she does it, though. She's comforting them as she chains them up.
Copy. Is it the plate or the vehicle it's stolen?
Neither one is stolen.
Copy. Is it the plate or the vehicle it's stolen?
Neither one is stolen.
Copy. Is it the plate or the vehicle it's stolen?
Neither one is stolen.
Mr. Crime Stopper, Mr. Copper, what's wrong with what we're doing? Well, Copper, you, my friend, you, when you go to sleep at night, you may think, so you cannot exchange virtue for team, okay? And this is something I learned from Ayn Rand's book, Atlas Shrugged. Virtue, what is virtue? Virtue is purpose, self-respect, independence. That's what purpose. That's what virtues are. What you have built yourself up to be. Over here is team. You're on the blue team. You're on our team. We need you to make sure you do this, secure that, do this, do that. You cannot replace your virtue for a team. If you are on a team, you still have to have your own virtue. What is my purpose in life? The team cannot be your virtue. You cannot replace virtue for team. Doesn't work. As soon as you're done being a part of that team, if you haven't built up your purpose, your independence, your self-respect, your dignity, if you haven't built those things up, no matter what team you're on, that team is going to dissolve sooner or later. If you're on a family team and you have 4 kids, those kids are going to leave the house. That may have been your purpose to raise those kids. You better extend that purpose even when the 4 kids leave the house. Or when your team is gone, you'll have no virtue and you'll feel completely empty. And that's what these guys do. This guy believes that he can exchange when she says none of them are stolen. He's tried to exchange the idea that he's on this super important team for his virtue, for his self-respect, for his purpose. And when he retires, when the team is gone, he'll have no virtue. I learned this by reading some books in jail.
Copy. Is it the plate or the vehicle it's stolen?
Neither one is stolen. Okay, don't go ahead. No, please.
Am I cuffing all of them?
Leslie,
Cuff all of them?
Listen.
Cuff all of them? Okay.
Cuff all of them? Yes. Cuff all of them? Yes. Listen to this again.
Am I cuffing all of them?
Am I cuffing all of them? She's looking down at a 10-year-old kid.
Leslie,
Cuff all of them? Cuff all of them? Okay.
Yeah, cuff them all. Are you freaking kidding me? You psychopath? You absolute menace to the society that you're supposed to be serving? You chumpzilla loser nobody? You fraction? You are so much less than every other good person on earth. Cuff all of them? as you sit over the top of children crying? What the hell's wrong with you? Unfrickin' believable. Cuff all of them? No, they're going to stay right here crying and afraid. There's no reason to put chains on them. You can hear her get a choice. She asks for the... I am not going to curse. She asked for the decision to be made for her. That's what I'm going to say.
No.
After she hears mommy, oh my God.
Okay, go ahead. No. No.
It's okay.
Am I cuffing all of them? Cuff all of them? Cuff all of them? Okay.
Just get on the train. Get on the train. Get on train. You go, we clean you. We clean you. I think that's her bad Russian accent. I can't get the German accent. That's as bad as taking the Jews to the showers. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Stay tuned. I have an announcement after this video. So I saw some chat things I want to talk, but let's finish this video first. Listen to the kid say, "Mommy, look at this little tiny kid. Is she going to cuff this little tiny kid too? Look at this dude with his legs crossed doing anything he can to comply. This is a teenage girl as well. This maybe she's 12, maybe she's 13 at the most. Probably 10 or 11.
Okay, go ahead. No. No.
It's okay. It's okay.
Am I cuffing all of them?
Am I cuffing them all?
Cuff all of them? Cuff all of them? Okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm just going to chain you up. That's a 12-year-old, she said.
Go ahead and put your other hand behind your back.
Wow. If I say it like this, I'm not a psycho.
Go ahead. It's okay.
It's okay. You bunch of beta male bottom boy. Okay. You bunch of losers. Look, take a look. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cops there. 3 of them have their taser drawn. Does she have her gun or her taser? The pigtail right here. Take a look at what you're seeing. Every cop, every single police department in America is hiring. Take that bonus. Go join these guys. Take a look. The kids range from 6 to 17, and they're all standing over them, ready to tase any of them. Oh, is anybody, I mean, are you guys seeing this? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. These are children that the police are standing. She's getting her, gotta get ready to go. I can't take on this 12-year-old little girl. Literally, I don't think the girl's 12. I think 2 of them are under 12. One is 10 or 11. Then the little one is like 6 or 7. Then I think the other one's like 16 or 17. And I think the boy's like 14. But don't call them pigs. But don't you call them pigs, Mikey. Don't you call them pigs. Don't you dare.
I have another pair, yeah.
You got any more chains? No way, dude. No way.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay, honey. I'm just going to chain you up. Why are they putting these kids in handcuffs? This is unreal.
Give me your other hand behind your back.
I'm confident. Let's de-escalate the situation, okay?
Give me your other hand behind your back.
Put your other hand behind your back. I'm going to chain you up.
I'm confident. Let's de-escalate the situation, okay? We're not going to touch anybody else.
We chained everybody up. Let's de-escalate. Let's de-escalate. Let's bring this down a notch, everybody. Okay? Let's calm things down here. I'm going to chain up the children, and then we need to calm down after the children are chained. Okay? Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Your face? Like, okay. So I got to get a clean take from my editors. Okay. Ready? Okay. Rusty, Rusty, you've written a couple things, man. I will read both your super chats. Thanks for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Hold on a second. So I guess the supervisor or the person in charge is going to now step in after you've chained up this woman's children and say, okay, it's time to de-escalate. After you put the kids in chains, you chained up children, and now you want the mom to help you de-escalate the situation as she sees her babies in chains. But you want to de-escalate. Or makes perfect sense to me. Let me chain up your kids, and you get to see me chain up your kids. And now I just need you to calm down and de-escalate a little bit, okay? I know the kids are in chains right in front of you, and they're crying and screaming, "Mommy, mommy!" But you calm down now, all right? Kids are in chains. Everything's good on our side. It's just what? What in the holy Jesus? Are you kidding me? What are we kind of bozo clown world are we talking about here?
Okay. You're going to be with your mama. I'm confident. Let's de-escalate the situation, okay? We're not going to touch anybody else, okay? You're going to be with your mama. You're going to be okay, all right?
You got a teenage girl in handcuffs, bro. She hasn't done anything.
We'll get you out in a second, sweetheart.
Sweetheart? Did you hear what he said? Holy shit. Holy shit. Stop the presses. Editors, my editors, listen to this. Listen to this. Holy snarling snake shit. He said it. He actually said it. He said it out loud. Did you hear it? Who heard it? Who heard it? Before I run it back, who just heard him say it? Who just heard him say it? Who just heard? Oh, look. Oh, they're coming up and down. You see the goosebumps on the arms? Who just heard him say it? Who heard it? Who heard it? Who heard the exact words that I just heard? Did you hear what he just said? It wasn't sweetheart. Listen to what he said. Terry versus Ohio. I'm going to get off the screen. Listen very carefully to what this jackboot thug pig says. Listen to what he says.
De-escalate the situation, okay?
When he squats down, he's going to stand back up and listen to what he says in that time frame.
We're not going to touch anybody else, okay? You're going to be with your mama. You're going to be okay, all right? All right? We'll get you out in a second, sweetheart. All right? All right? We'll get you out in a second, sweetheart. All right? All right? We'll get you out in a second, sweetheart.
This is for our safety. You guys hear it? Did you guys just hear him say it? We'll get you out of the chains in a second, sweetheart. This is for our safety. That's what he just said. That's from my lips to God's ears. Dear God in heaven, please, please in heaven, please give me enough power and strength to continue to run for governor so I can get rid of officer safety over our rights. Please, dear God in heaven, help me have the strength to get through this hard, difficult time and run for governor and get rid of officer safety. It has infected, it has ruined, it has destroyed any sort of profession that policing could have, when the number one thing that they're concerned about the most is their own safety. You just heard him say it. As children, tiny little black children, even worse, because the slave cuffs were made for black people. 1638 Delaware colony, they made them for black people.
Has anybody cleared this car?
No, not yet.
Hey, bud, if you're not involved, can you step back for me? I just appreciate it.
Can I have my sister next?
Are we clear?
Now, with the cordyceps mushroom.
Yeah, that's to be honest with you, I didn't hand select these. One of the editors hand selected 5 videos and sent them to me and said, cover these, Chili. And I had watched this through. I watched it from beginning to end. I screen recorded it. Then I got it to right size and sent it over to my studio. And we're watching this from it's being posted in my studio. And it's just incredible. So a couple things. If you ordered in the last 7-8 days, everything's packaged up. We ship out tomorrow. That includes Shanta and Steve. I saw Steve got a friendship bracelet. So here's the other thing. There's a slight delay on friendship bracelets because I can't ship them in an envelope. I have to ship the friendship bracelets in an actual mailer. So it's going to cost me like $6 or $7 to ship them. So, but everybody else, I had to, I'm in the process where it's really sad to see my Vegas location now has a for rent thing above it as I pull out of there and moved out of Las Vegas. So I'm gone. That location I was at, Terminal No Mas, gone. So now I've been moving. So everything was delayed for about 8-9 days. So tomorrow I have a huge pile of trifolds to ship off. I gave everybody extras. Every single person who ordered for me in the past 10 days, I put extra stuff on your order. And then a couple people emailed me. Remember, make sure you check when you go to deletelaws.com and you order a trifold. If you order a print at home trifold, it comes in your email, usually in the spam folder. I don't ship you one of those. One person I went back and forth with, and they didn't, it was a print at home. I still sent you one, bro. I still sent you one. I sent you one out anyway. You got the print at home one. I sent you one in the mail. So, yeah. So I've had wow. So I'm just still rocked. Put a 1 in the chat if that video absolutely rocked you. Like that was insane. Like that was absolutely insane. I have not seen, I didn't sit and break it down the way I would with you guys here with me now. I have another video to show you, but I didn't do that before. I didn't sit and listen to it, word for word, really closely. I just ran through it and saw what was there. And then I presented it. And so there was no surprises except for he said, this is for my safety. He said, this is for our safety. Lilith is here again. What's going on, Lilith? Good to see you. Lilith, I haven't seen any of your videos. You got to come through with something. I mean, I got to see your video or or eventually you'll, whatever. I got to see your video or I can't. What's going on? King Braveheart is back. What's up, King Braveheart? Where have you been? What is going on? Here's the deal. What's up? Here's the deal. What's going on, Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? My buddy, here's the deal. He's also doing a channel called The Disturbing Illusion. So Thank you, King Braveheart, for the 10. I appreciate that. And here's the deal. What is up with the Playboy? What is going on? Why post comment if your tards delete it? I don't know. Hey, Brian, what is going on? Listen, so, all right. So this whole video, like segment little thing that I've been showing you here, this little patch of videos, I want you guys to see the policies, procedures, and protocols that police have put in place are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. That's what I want you guys to see. I want you guys to understand what we're looking at in this country. We're looking at a third-party agency that has set its own King Braveheart with 10 more. What is going on? What is going on? That set their own policies, procedures, and protocols, and we must change it. So obviously this cop is putting himself in position to pit this person, but this is only the very beginning of this video. Wait till you see how it all goes down. So I'm not sure if you noticed something. I want to show you something real important here. Do you see the flashing hazard lights on her car? She's flashing her hazard. She's slowed down. She's going slow. She's in the far right lane looking for the exit. But I want you to notice that her hazard lights are on. She's not trying to run away. She's going nice and slow. And now it looks like she's going even slower here because the cop's like right up on her. What a psycho. What a psycho. You got her. She can't get away. Your car's way faster than hers. She's doing 35, 45 miles an hour. She's done. She's maybe 55. I don't know how fast she's going, but she's in the far right lane. She's giving up. He wrecks her.
Yeah, and they hit the inside wall. They roll over, get me EMS started. Got the number 3 lane shut down.
Put a 1 in the chat if this cop is an absolute frickin' psycho.
Can you get out? Come on out. Come out this way, right here. Come out this way. Can you come out? Yeah, hold on a minute. Can you get out your passenger door? Here, I'm going to move this. Watch your head. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was ready.
Well, this is where you ended up. Watch your head. Can you come out this way? I got plenty of room right here. Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Well, man, you've got to pull over when we stop.
What an absolute psycho. Let me.
Why didn't you stop?
Why didn't you stop?
I didn't feel like it was ready.
Because I didn't feel it was going to be safe because she's pregnant, doesn't want to take the chance of a car hitting her or the cop on the side of the road. Makes a lot of sense if you're carrying another life inside of your stomach.
Well, this is where you ended up.
Well, this is where you ended up. That's his reply to her. Like, it doesn't matter to him if she's hurt, if her leg is broken, nothing. He doesn't know she's pregnant yet, but he doesn't care. Well, this is where he ended up. And you wonder why people call them pigs. I don't call them pigs, but some people call them pigs.
Get your head. Come out this way. I got plenty of room right here. Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop.
So he doesn't say, how do you feel? Is the baby okay? She says, I'm pregnant. And his reply is, you have to listen to my authority.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over. Not, hey, oh my God, is the baby okay?
in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop. It doesn't matter, ma'am.
I had my flashers on, and he says, it does not matter, ma'am. Really?
Come on out. I've got an ambulance coming for you. You need help? Hey, Sheila.
That's already sound kind of
Come on, can you come out?
Fine.
Okay. I got an ambulance coming.
Can you try to like make the seat lean back?
I did. I pushed it back as far as it would go. Because it was looking up as far as it'll go back.
Oh my gosh.
And all you have to know, she's got blood all over.
He's got. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. What did he just say? I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
And all you have to know, she's got blood all over.
She's got blood all over her. Oh.
Here, grab your blood right here. Come on in, can you?
I'm trying. Oh my gosh.
What a psycho cop. Put it in the comment section, please. Psycho cop. What a psycho cop. So this trooper is going to try to pull her over. She doesn't pull over immediately on the freeway because she's pregnant with a bun in the oven. And then because she doesn't pull over right away, he pit maneuvers her car. She rolls the car over. She says, I'm pregnant. And he responds, well, you got to stop when I pull over when I'm behind you. He doesn't give one care about the baby in her. Unbelievable. But don't call them pigs. But don't you call them pigs. Don't you do that. Don't you call them pigs. Why would you call them pigs? How come you would call them pigs? For what good reason would you call them pigs? How come you went and called them a bunch of pigs? Why'd you call that cop a pig? How come that cop is a pig? Why are you calling them pigs, bro? It's not that he's a pig, it's his pignorance. That pignorance he's got, I tell you, man, hit him right with the pignorance. What's that mean? Dumb cop. Oh, is that an example of calling him a pig? He might be a piggy. He might be a piggy. He might be a piggy. I'm just saying. That's all. I don't mean to have a good time with this stuff, but it's so ludicrous, ridiculous.
Thought it would be safer to wait until the exit.
No, ma'am, you should pull over when law enforcement stops you, okay? You were running 84 miles an hour and I'm trying to get you to stop. And then when I pulled up alongside of you, you saw the state trooper, you looked over at me.
Because I can barely see.
Let's go over here.
I've lost my shoe.
Okay, I will take care of that. Go sit down over here, okay?
Lift me over the road.
Sit down right there. We call it a pit maneuver when people flee from us or don't stop from us.
As long as he explains it real nice, then it justifies what he's doing. Hey, it's in our manual. It's a pit maneuver is what we do to people if they're fleeing from us. And, you know, I seen your hazards was on, but you didn't pull over fast enough for me.
That's what happened, okay? Do you need to sit down since you're pregnant? All you had to do was pull over,
Can you
man.
please call my husband?
Yeah, we'll take care of that here in a minute. You don't have your cell phone. Do you mind calling? You could hit like star 67 and it'll walk the car. What's his number?
501
Wow. She just got ran off the road by a cop for a speeding ticket.
501
Vice President Harris.
Arkansas state trooper settles pit maneuver lawsuit which injured pregnant woman. Little Rock, Arkansas. Attorneys for Arkansas woman who was pregnant when she said her car was flipped by a state trooper performing a controversial pit maneuver during a traffic stop have announced a settlement in her lawsuit against the state. The lawyer firm announced his client, Janice Nicole Harper, has reached a settlement in her case with the Arkansas State Police that will lead to policy changes, use of the precision immobilization technique, or pit maneuvers. This settlement comes after working with You Investigates. These maneuvers involve law enforcement officers using their vehicle to strike a fleeing car, causing it to spin out of control. As part of this element, the Arkansas State Police has had troopers undergo additional training. Oh, well, there it is. Well, there it is right there. We're extremely pleased we're able to secure policy changes with update guidelines. Oh, well, shoot. That cop that pit maneuvered someone who had their hazards on and was going to the exit, he doesn't need to get in trouble. He just needs more training. Come on now. And what does more training mean? More training means that that particular police department needs a little bit more money. We need a little bit more money. And then we're going to hire instructors who are going to be the instructors for that new training. And one of those officers just happened to be the exact same man who did a pit maneuver to the pregnant woman. He's getting a little overtime here where he's not only learning the new policy, he's now teaching it and making some money here on the side for himself, because police, they only sign up to be cops to help us. That's the only reason that police become police, is they sign up because they want to help people. And so now what we're doing here is we are getting it so that he gets the extra help he needs with a little bit of extra money for the extra training. And then we gave that pregnant woman a little bit of money. She's all set. And so everything's good over here. We got this. We're all good. Everything's good. No need to look over here. Don't look over here, whatever you do. Don't look over here, Rebel Studios. Don't look over here. We're all good on this side of the world. We don't need any help from here. We don't need any help from here. So it's funny. I was looking at something else and I saw this come on. And tactics the police use to trick you into giving a statement. Has anybody else read this? Have you guys seen this? This is on ACAB on Reddit. Have you guys seen this yet? Tactics police use to get you to talk to them. And I think that everybody should realize and read each one of these tactics here. And it starts off by saying it's so heartbreaking that many people get their lives ruined because police trick them into giving a statement. Oops, sorry about that. Because police trick them into giving. The police can lie to you. They can act like they're on your side and they just want some information. The main one police uses, they'll say something like this. Someone made a report against you. We would like to hear your side of the story. Listen to me. This is the whole point. Whether you pull the Fifth Amendment cop cards out of your wallet, whether you're using the driver card or the non-driver card, number one and number two both start off exactly the same way. I invoke my First Amendment's number one. Number two, and it says cop approaches as any words. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's on the driver card. And then on the non-driver card, if you take a look at number one, it says cop cited. You see the cop, you state, I invoke my First Amendment right. Number two is I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Both of them right away, cop car, driver, and non-driver. It is immediate. It is right away. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. It is so important that you have a guide in your pocket. Or they'll say, we don't want to get you in trouble. We don't want to ruin your life. Don't you want the DA to know your side of the story? Don't. It's a trap to get you to self-incriminate. They're looking for reasons to arrest you. You have the right to remain silent. Keep in mind, anything you say can be used against you, even pre-arrest. The police only have to read your Miranda rights if you are in custody. If you are in custody. If the police are questioning you, assume you are a suspect. I would highly advise you get a lawyer immediately. The reason a lot of PIGS, oh, I'm so sorry. We don't say the word IGs around here. We don't call them IGs around here. We only call them good police officers and bad police officers. It's each individual. It's not the policies, procedures, and protocols they've agreed to do to us. It's each one decides how intensely they're going to apply the policy, procedure, and protocol. It's a wiggy, a whammy, a ziggy, a zaggy. It's whatever. It's you know what I'm saying? It's whatever it is. Please never waive your constitutional rights. Please don't ever give the police free evidence that could be used against you. By speaking with police, you have everything to lose and nothing to gain. And this was on ACAB one day ago, yesterday. I saw it come up there and I thought to myself, I wonder if they know about my Fifth Amendment trifold that you goes in your car and you say, don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me if I have a gun. And the trifolds are 2 for 1. I'm giving 2 trifolds for 1 to try to get more out into the world. I also throw in a pair of cop cards, but don't tell anybody. If you can afford them, buy them. I need your support. For what I do, you need my support to have the cards in your wallet. DeleteLaws.com. Every single person should have this bad chicken in their pocket. If you don't have it in your pocket, well then, my friend, it's, oh man, you know what? It's funny. I covered this one a long time ago. I covered this video a long time ago. I even took the time. I remember I did the edit on this and I went and I fixed.
For what? What are you?
I fixed the whole edit on this. I made it so that the camera turned, because the guy shooting this, he's turning the camera like this as he's doing it, right? And so I did the edit on this. This video is about a year or a year and a half old. And I remember seeing this the first time and I was like, oh my God, that cop is such a total psycho. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that all the time. Where the hell is Chevy? Chevy, where are you? Where is Chevy? Stomper, what's going on? Alan Hubs, Drophead 74. Drophead 74, what's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What is up, Playboy? Wanda Meese, what is going on? I definitely do it different. Good to see you, my friend. KT is here. Drop and delete laws. Listen, go to my website. I'm giving 2 for 1 trifolds. I'm giving 2 for 1 trifolds. That's what I'm doing. Everybody who's been waiting for 1 week to get your trifolds, I doubled up your order, or at least I added a lot to it. That's what I did. So I watched this originally, and now let's watch it again.
My wrist? I will let you record your wrist. For what? What are you arresting me for?
Because here's the deal, okay? You didn't identify yourself.
Here's the deal.
Okay, I told you my name.
Listen to me now. I swear, I love the Southern accent, unless it's on a stupid, dumb copper.
I gave you my name, my first name, my last name, and my date of birth.
Failed to identify what state you're out of. I have no idea who you are.
I didn't understand your question. I said, what do you mean? I said, I work here. I work here. So obviously,
please put your hand behind your back.
Please call a cop. Call another cop right now.
That's so funny. She said, please call a cop, call another cop right now. She's inviting more of these swine into her life.
Obviously,
please put your hand behind your back.
Please call a cop. Call another cop right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't do anything. What are you doing? For what? I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look. Don't come up on me. Don't come up on me.
Dead ass. She's a child.
Well, tell her to get back in the car.
Did that psycho cop just pull a gun out on a kid? So she's a mom. She's got kids in her car, and she's having a disagreement with the JBTP. So he's twisting her arm all around, looking crazy. Now he loses his composure here and starts really manhandling her because he can't take his authority not being respected.
For what?
For what? She wants to know why this is happening to her, which is a very, logical question.
I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look, don't come up on me.
Oh! And now that copper's going to pull his gun right out, and he's even going to turn it sideways. He goes gangster style. Do you see this? He pulls his gun out on a teenage girl, gangster style, brah. Don't come up on me now, partner. Did you see how he held that gun? Did you see that? Did you see? I mean, he didn't even do he got one hand here. I'm taking on a teenage girl over here. This is for officer safety, baby. Back up off me, baby. this is how he had his gun. Did you guys see that? Do you guys see it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I got excited.
Don't come up on me.
Oh, there it is. He's got the gun sideways, finger on the trigger.
She's a child.
Oh, he's got the finger outside the trigger. Okay, finger is outside the trigger. You can see it right there. I don't want to call something that's not what it is.
Well, tell her to get back in the car.
Well, tell her to get back in the car. Man, that teenage girl coming around the corner looking like that, I'd be scared out of my brains. You come around the corner looking like that with your jeans on. What kind of bozo clown world are we living in? A teenage girl wearing her acid ripped up jeans with her little half sweatshirt on, right? Put one in the chat if it's ridiculous. Put one in the chat if it's just ridiculous. So in this clip here, a cop is going to pull a mother and her children over, and then she's not going to do exactly what the cop wants. And so then the mother calls for more police to be called. And then when the teenage daughter complies and jumps out of the car and calls more police to try to stop the cop in front of her, I don't know what she called the cops for, but she's calling more cops. The cop that was there pulled out the gun and put it to the head of the 16-year-old girl who was, 8 feet away and said, "Don't walk up on me, man. Don't walk up on me. Don't walk up on me. I will blow your teenage pew, 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 pew." Just relax, ma'am. Relax, okay? Just relax. Everybody just relax. Calm down, ma'am.
Stop! Call a cop right now. Call a cop right now. Get your phone out. Get your phone out and record. Record it. Record everything.
It failed to identify what state you're out of. I have no idea who you are.
I didn't understand your question. I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I work here. I work here." So obviously,
please put your hand behind your back.
Please call a cop. Call another cop right now. What are you doing? Well, what are you doing? I didn't do anything. What are you doing? You're what? I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look. Don't come up on me. Don't come up on me.
Dead ass. She's a child.
Well, tell her to get back in the car.
Stop. Call a cop right now.
Call more cops.
Get in the car right now. Get your phone out. Get your phone out and record. Record it. Record everything.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
No, I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
No.
Ma'am.
You're trying to detain me for nothing. Get off.
Not trying. He's gonna detain you, baby.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I will not put my hands behind my back. No.
Put your hands behind your back.
No. Call.
No, it makes you sick. Put a 1 in the chat if it makes you sick to your stomach, what you just saw. Put a 1 in the chat if it makes you sick to your stomach. If it makes you sick to your frickin' stomach, watching him pull his gun out.
I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look, don't come up on me. Don't come up on me.
If that makes you sick to your stomach, put a 1 in the chat. Whoa, man. This cop is going to lose his stuff, dump it on the ground, pull his gun out, stick it to a 16-year-old girl's head. That's nuts. That is nuts. Team DLZ, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. If you guys have not got your Team DLZ friendship bracelet yet, please get it. Support the team. Team DLZ. I've got these in stock right now. This is what stopped me from being able to ship today. I can't ship these in an envelope. I actually got to get these other envelopes and then put them in that envelope. And then I charge $5 for shipping. It's going to cost about $7 each one to ship these. So I got to change my shipping rate. I haven't changed it yet, but you guys go online and get your Team DLZ friendship bracelet, OTVO, we don't stop. Or you can get your keychain that says the exact same thing. We don't stop, OTVO. We don't stop. And there's your keychain. Make sure you guys go to Delete Laws, Team DLZ, OTVO. I got keychains and I got my friendship bracelets in that say Team DLZ. They won't last forever. I've only got 100. I've only got 100 and I've sold about 30. So got about 70 left. And then I don't know if I'm going to do another batch of these, you know, just want to get the core group, because then when we have a meetup together, you guys wear your Team DLZ bracelet, because we are going to have a team meetup. It is going to happen. We have, if you're a member of Team DLZ, how many people are Team DLZ? How many guys have been here since the beginning, since I started this whole thing in the last 2-3 years? If you've been a part of the channel, let me know. Let me know who you are in the chat, because we do have a Team DLZ chat growing. We only got about 10 people in there right now. So, but we're gonna continue to grow that Team DLZ chat. We're gonna keep growing that Team DLZ chat. I've got teamdlz.com coming out. It's under construction right now. Teamdlz.com is about to come out, because there's just, Bruce, for example. Yeah, Bruce, you should be in that Team DLZ group chat. Bruce has been with me since the beginning, when all these people were just like, it's been a real grind. It's been a grind. Who knows who has been here since the beginning? It has been a freaking grind. It has been hardcore. It has been difficult. There have been some ups and there have been some downs, and so check this out. This just popped up. I want to show you guys this. Team Jesus right over here. God of Silver's Team Jesus. God bless you, Team Jesus.
On the floor.
Do not hit him.
Well, then he needs equipment.
Okay. I got recording. And you and all y'all are getting prosecuted.
Oh, he's on the ground and the copper's beating on him. The other cops are holding him and he's beating.
And you and all y'all
look, punching down.
are getting prosecuted.
Hey, stop punching my dad.
Record this.
Stop punching my dad.
Just beating him.
Hey.
Don't tase
Tasing him. He's laid out flat on his back.
him.
Why you grabbing me and head like that? Why you grabbing me and head like that?
Oh, whoa. Holy shit. Holy shit. Did I just see that correctly? He's on the ground. His hands are up. There's a flashlight in his face. He's not moving anything. What? What the hell am I seeing here?
Don't punch
He punches him twice in the face.
his face.
So where's the good cop? Where's the good cop trying to? Man who was punched and tased in 2022 over a seatbelt violation, has charges dropped, is arrested again by the same cop for a stop sign violation, refusing to exit the car. Lakeland Police Department. Is that Lakeland, Florida? Wow. 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 But it's my fault, because I have called them pigs. I see this day in and day out. I opened up Reddit. This is the very first video on Reddit, but it's my fault. If you've got videos, send them to me. If you have a video, send it to me. Put it on a YouTube link, put it unlisted and send it to me. I mean, this is pretty sick. This is pretty nasty. I mean, those cops are still on the job after. I mean, this is a gang attack. Is this not a gang attack? Put a 1 in the chat if this is a gang attack. Is this a gang attack? I mean, it looks like a gang attack to me. That's what it looks like to me. Is that what it looks like to you? I'm just wondering. Is this a gang attack? It looks like a gang attack, right? Wow. Send me that video.
Go over there. Over there. Hey, let me tell you something. You're all going to jail. Hey, you got to go. You have them
The man at the center of a controversial arrest in 2022 has been arrested again by one of the same Lakeland police officers.
In December of 2022, Lakeland police arrested Antoine Glover for not wearing a seatbelt. The video shows a Lakeland police officer repeatedly hitting Glover in the face. Well, now that same officer shown hitting Glover in the face has arrested him again.
Anton Glover's family and supporters say it shows a pattern of police brutality. This is video from December of 2022 showing Lakeland police officer Dylan Korn repeatedly hitting Antoine Glover in the face after a traffic stop. When this video surfaced, all charges against Glover were dropped by the state attorney and Korn was placed on leave. Now, new video has been given to 8 on Your Side from August 30th, showing Officer Korn arresting Antoine Glover again.
Dylan, the same one we had to protest.
Glover's uncle was there at the time of the second arrest and says his nephew was doing nothing wrong.
Well, he ran up in the yard. He was, like I'm saying, he was in the seatbelt, though. And they yanking on him. I'm telling them, no, hey, let him get out.
Glover's uncle says this time, instead of punching him in the face, Korn used his knee to hit Glover in the side.
So to get your knee off of him. They still had him like in a chokehold, saying he resisted, trying to put handcuffs on him. So I told him to comply with him.
Val Barron is with the Tampa Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression and says Officer Korn is targeting Antoine Glover and stalking him.
We are all shocked just about.
Val Barron is with the Tampa Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression and says Officer Korn is targeting Antoine Glover and stalking him.
We are all shocked just about Antoine's arrest, especially because
Alliance Against Racism Repression, AARR.
it happened at the same scene of the accident where his first arrest was.
In his report, Detective Korn says Glover refused lawful commands to get out of his car. What isn't clear is why he was forcing him out of the car for what should have been a simple traffic citation for running a stop sign.
Lakeland, Florida Police Department, huh? I don't think we're going to reach anybody this time of night, but I mean, it might be just worth it just to reach out and just let them know and see if maybe they'll call me back. I don't think that they will, but we can try. I mean, we can reach out and say hello. I mean, do you think it's appropriate we call?
Lakeland Police, this is 522.
How you doing tonight, ma'am? I was looking for the watch commander, the man on duty, the woman on duty, whoever's the highest ranking police officer there today, right now.
Okay, I can take down your name and number, and I can have a sergeant call you.
Oh, I'm sure that you
transfer them.
What's that now?
We don't have direct lines to transfer you because they're out on the street.
They're out on.
What I can do is I can take your name and number.
Well, I mean, how big is Lakeland, Florida? Is that pretty big over there or something? Lots of people?
Yeah, it's actually huge.
Oh, it's huge.
It's so big. It's separated into two different agencies. We have the sheriff's office and the police office.
Oh, okay. Then you know what? You could just tell me then, so I could waste a lot of not a lot of wasted time. But Officer Korn, because my name's Chili. I'm a member of the press. Everything I do is recorded on the record. People think I'm silly because of funny accent, but I'm a lot more savvy than I sound. And so the thing is we just seen that beating that Officer Korn put on that man. And we wanted to give a call over and find out about the beating of Korn. And is Korn still going to be on the job, or has he been temporarily suspended or anything like that?
Give me one moment.
Okay.
This is Operator Fostel. How can I help you?
How you doing, operator? I'm sorry, was it Fostel you said your name was?
512, Operator 512.
Oh, so I'll just call you 512? That's great. Would you call me Chili? I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded on the record. I know, don't make fun of my funny accent. People think it's funny, but I'm pretty dang savvy. I call a lot of police departments, and I try to find information out for the public at large because we're a big cop supporting group over here. We back the blue hardcore. But then once in a while, you're going to see one of these bad apples pop up like this, like Officer Korn, who's running around punching people in the face and stuff. And so what we do is we chase that down like a rabid dog on a bone. Rope, rope, rope. You know what I'm saying? And so what we want to do is see if you're going to get rid of that Officer Korn, because we did see him punch that man square in the face when the guy had his hands up by the side of his head like he was surrendering. And so we was just wondering Is Officer Korn still on duty, or is he fired, or is he going to go to jail for what he's done?
Okay, I don't have any information on that.
Oh, come on
you
now.
want
You got
to-
something. You're local. Come on now. Let's have a good conversation here.
I don't have any information on that, sir.
Are you
I'm
going
not
to give me
part
a
of that
nothing burger? You know what
department.
time it is over there? It's 11:30.
You can call the public information office.
Come on
or you can
now.
call our operations office and speak with them
All
tomorrow
right.
morning.
So who do I call first? Who's the most important phone call to make?
Well, it depends. Are you wanting to make a complaint or are you wanting to speak to our public information officer?
Well, I think I'd like to do both. So maybe you could give me both of their contacts. Is there a voicemail I could leave somewhere with somebody, because they never call me back?
Sure. Yeah, they all do have a voicemail box, and so if you call now, you can definitely leave a voicemail, and they'll contact you as soon as.
So
they
I
can.
could have somebody write this down for me then?
Sure.
All right, go ahead. No, I'm sorry, 512, that's your number?
Yes, sir.
That's like the Austin area code down there in Texas. So we love Austin. Lots of good cops in Austin, but then they just got a whole pile of bad cops down there that I've had to call down to Austin a few times and say, hey, you're going to get those bad police in order. And then I can't never get no good police on the phone and call me back. So, I just like to leave them voicemail now and let them know exactly how we the people see it.
Okay. All right, just let me know when you're ready for those phone numbers.
All right, 512. All right, 512. Now, but you're not a big. Well, we could talk about that later. Who's the first one I'm going to call?
Well, a public information officer. It's the public information office. That phone number is 863.
863.
583.
583.
2357.
2357. All right, 2357.
And that's their media phone.
Okay, I'm going to call there.
And
I guess I'm going to call there tonight, but there's someone's in the morning tomorrow?
Yeah, usually they're 8 to 5. Sometimes, depending on the situation, they might be able to answer it.
There's a big situation. That video of Officer Korn being the bad police officer that he is, that has gone viral, and me and my little crew of people have seen it, and people are outraged right now because that man was on his back. He had his hands up, and that Officer Korn was beating on him. And so you can't be running around saying back the blue when there's a psycho cop running around and none of the good cops are arresting him.
I can't, comment on any of that.
You know what a psycho cop looks like, though. You know what I'm saying? You're a woman. Cops beat their women 45% more than anybody else. It's 45%, 42, something like that is what the actual number is.
Okay. Are you ready to copy the Office of Professional Standards phone number?
Professional standards? I thought the policy, procedure, and protocol was the problem with police, but all right. What's the professional standards number? We'll give a call over there too.
Office of Professional Standards is 834.
834.
I'm sorry, 863 is the area code.
God bless America. 863. 863. Okay, got that.
834.
834.
6925.
6925. 6925. Okay, cool. We got that just right. Well, listen, I really do appreciate your time. Do me a favor. We support the good blue, the good coppers, but we don't support bad coppers. All right. So you make sure you join me on that. When you see them bad coppers, you call. I know you're badge bunny. You know what I'm saying? You let them know. We know which one of you bad coppers are bad coppers. Don't just be blind to the blue. You know what I'm saying? I was there one time too, but I ain't blind to the blue no more. No, I support them good cops, but not the bad cops. So I just want you to join me in that.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night. Okay.
All righty then. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What kind of world, kind of bozo clown world are we living in? Who's got their team OTVO? We don't stop. You got to get your team DLZ friendship bracelet. It is available online. You get it before I raise the shipping price, because I got to raise the shipping price by $2 because it's going to cost me $7 just to ship that bad chicken. I got to get a special envelope. I had to order them today because it won't go through hand cancel. So it won't go through hands. Shakur Capital, what's up, Playboy? What is going on? Small Miracle Garage, what is going on? How is everybody? What is going on? Fish and chips. Let me share something with you guys. Let me show you something. So I lost my phone tonight. It was in a cab, I believe. So I lost my phone tonight and saw a cop. So I pulled over and asked for directions to the highway because no phone to give me directions. And there he was. He told me that's not my problem. So in case anyone was wondering what cops are good for, it's not helping people. Oh, poor baby, poor baby, poor baby. Oh, nope. Can't watch this one. Sorry about that. The censors won't allow me. Listen to me. I want to show you guys. All right. So the other day I showed a video demonetized, and age restricted. Just like most of my videos are demonetized and age restricted. Someone's got to email me those phone numbers. I'm going to call them tomorrow morning when you guys are not here. Nope. I don't think so. Amigo. Team DLZ all day, every day, 100% of the time. Team DLZ, get your friendship bracelet. We don't stop. I got it in stock. That's what we're talking about right now. That's what we got cooking. Oh, did you guys see this? Oh my God, did you guys see this? Holy goodness. Put a one in the chat if you guys have read this yet. This is going viral across the internet. If you guys have not seen this yet, this is going to absolutely blow your freaking mind. And this, to me, summarizes that how do I say it? Because I remember, I'm trying to make sure that I say things. This sums up what happens to a good person who signs up to the Death Star. And this right here sums up what happens to that person. So was he a bad person to begin with? Was he a bad person? Who has read this? Am I the asshole? My husband turned into a psychopath for a split second yesterday, and I don't know if I'm overreacting. Who here has seen this yet? This has gone viral on Reddit. It's like 50,000 or something like that. I'll tell you what it's at. I think it was close to 50,000. This is unbelievable. And I think, I don't know if I chimed in or not, but this is truly, I'm going to open it up big and I'm going to go line by line. I'll take all the comments off. The fish and chips, good to see you. So let me get into this with you guys. I'm going to open up big. Here it is. Okay. So I want to say that my husband has never, ever behaved like this before. This is the first he's ever scared me, and I have no idea what to do. I'm 6 months pregnant with our first baby, and we've been married for 3 years. I'm 24, and he's a 32-year-old male. My husband owns firearms and works as a cop and is trained to handle them safely. They stay locked in a safe at home, and he's never once played around with them. All of that is for context. So what happened yesterday, I was simply walking through the kitchen as I noticed my husband was at the kitchen counter looking at one of the firearms. I didn't say anything, but I looked over at him, wondering what he was doing. He had gotten home from work right before this, and we talked for a bit. We had dinner, and I took a shower. Everything was good and normal. As I looked at him, my husband looked at me and stared for a second, blinked, and then picked up the gun and pointed it at my tummy with a completely straight face to her 6 months pregnant. My fucking heart dropped, and of course, I smacked the gun down. My husband then started laughing, but the split second of pure seriousness on his face was terrifying. I asked him why he did that, and he said, "Do you think it scared him?" Talking about the 6-month-old fetus in her stomach. I didn't know what to say, but tears welled up in my eyes. This prompted a half-hour-long apology and hours of comfort from him with claims that he wasn't thinking, but also just joking. The look in his eyes scared me. The fact he was pointing the gun at me is terrifying. I don't know what to do. I'm upset. I'm so distraught. Am I overreacting? Am I the asshole? That's the entire premise of, am I the asshole? This is a community like, am I the asshole? Except unlike the subreddit, you can post interpersonal conflicts, anything that asshole, I don't know what that stands for, but not allowed, even posting about scars. I don't know. You're going to lose me with all these stupid things, but this is, am I the asshole is the acronym. And so let's take a poll right now. Is she the asshole, or is that cop husband of hers? Is he the asshole? Cop or her? Who is the asshole? Can you No, she's not overreacting. Witness Me said your husband is a demon. Yeah, your husband. So for the woman, so let me just, I hope this isn't too boring for you guys, but let me read a couple of the reactions. So he is the asshole, says Bikram. Dan really said that's how Stockholm Syndrome begins. So true. So then I went down here, and so the number one upvoted answer is not the asshole. The first thing they ever teach you in firearm safety course is to always treat a firearm as if it's loaded. The second thing they teach you is never to point your gun at anything if you don't fully intend to destroy it. Please read The Gift of Fear. The fear you're feeling right now is trying to tell you something about your relationship. Please listen to it. Seriously, OP, said the husband is in law enforcement. He would know those firearms rules. Never acted like this before. First-time child. 8-year gap. One in early 20s. Works as a cop. OP, this is for your baby's safety. Run far, run fast, and run away from any area he might have cop friends. This will not go away. This will not get better. Many abusers only start to show their true colors after pregnancy because they believe the other person to be trapped. This is an absolute textbook setup for abuse. Wow. I don't know about you guys, man. Do you guys got the goosebumps going? Ooh, see the goosebumps on my arm? Ooh, that was a tough one. Ooh, I feel it up and down my arms. Like that was horrible. Absolutely horrible. How do you point your gun at the mother of your children? Oh, I remember that one. We saw that one. I want to go to my police brutality. I'm just covering a couple extra videos here. Couple extra videos, and then I'm going to get the flock out of here. What does this one say? Save from getting screwed. Oh, police brutality. That's not the right one. Police brutality only has 22,000 subscribers. We saw that one from the Lakeland Pig Shack. Oh, I saw that one from India.
Again, this Colorado mom.
Oh, this is crazy. I've already seen this. It's so funny. It's so funny because retired Aurora sergeant is charged with sexually assaulting daughters, remains free, while mom is sent to jail after objecting to court-ordered therapy meant to repair the sergeant's relationships with his sons. Have you heard this story yet? This is wild.
Is spending it in jail, plus the next 6 weekends, simply because she tried to protect her children. Her name is Rachel Pickrell Hawkins, and her ex-husband is a retired police sergeant who is facing criminal charges for raping their daughter, continually sexually assaulting her, and their his two adopted daughters. Well, first of all, he's free as can be, and she is the one in jail for simply objecting to court-ordered reunification therapy. This is a therapy forced by family courts and many therapists that make the children have a relationship with the parent, even if there are allegations of abuse, even if it is to the detriment of the children. The mother does have custody of the two minor children, and they're living in a domestic violence shelter. Does that tell you something? The therapist was pushing this reunification therapy. The dad wants custody of the two younger children, and the therapist did not care that there were criminal charges against the dad. She took the boys in a room, according to this Gazette article, and said, "We want you to forgive your father."
What kind of bozo clown are you kidding me?
Messed up is this, everybody? The dad, Michael Hawkins, denies sexually abusing any of the children and physically abusing his son. The son in this article says that he saw the dad trying to sexually assault one of his sisters. And
could you imagine that? This is the part that really grabbed me. Listen to what she says right here. And I was like,
in this article says that he saw the dad trying to sexually assault one of his sisters, and as a
and I don't mean to break up the story too much, but if you see a buddy, I turned 50 September 11th, so I'm just like a few days away from being 50. So, some things have passed for me, but I remember going out though and seeing my buddies take a swing at a girl and try so hard and miss, and the girl would be like, no, don't, right? But could you even imagine this particular scenario, and you are a young man and you're seeing that your dad is trying to get with your little sister? Your dad is trying to hook up with your sister. Like that, I mean, it is just the most disgusting, vile thought ever.
Result, he thinks the dad tried to drown him on a family vacation. So, of course, get this, the dad's attorney has called Rachel, the mom, manipulative and, not credible,
Against the pedophile dad.
Rachel has spent $85,000 in legal fees, and the cost of these therapies are paid a lot of times by the parents and partly by the protective parent. So she's paying $1,500 a month for a therapy that she believes is hurting her boys. What mom would not stand up and try to protect their children?
Wow, look at the pain on that woman's face. That looks just terrible. Just looks terrible.
Have been filed against Christopher.
So this is crazy. The officer and the mother of 6 was chasing a speeding driver when she lost control of her vehicle and fatally crashed into a tree. Driver crashed minutes later and was arrested.
Charges have been filed against Christopher Weimeyer for a deadly police pursuit near. Charges have been filed against Christopher Weimeyer.
So she's chasing him and she kills herself.
For a deadly police pursuit near the Lake of the Ozarks. The 23-year-old is now charged with resisting arrest and fleeing a traffic stop. Osage Beach police officer Felicia Carson was killed after crashing her cruiser, chasing a suspect wanted for speeding early yesterday morning. Carson died at the scene, leaving behind her husband and 6 kids. Weimeyer crashed his vehicle soon after and was taken into custody. Well, Weimeyer could also be the first in the state to be charged under Valentine's Law, the law named after St. Louis County police officer Antonio Valentine. The law went into effect on Wednesday in Missouri, and it makes fleeing a traffic stop a felony that could carry up to 40 years behind bars. Valentine was killed during a police pursuit when his police vehicle was hit by a stolen car head-on back in 2021.
Oh, do you guys remember this one? Do you remember this? I remember this video. This is a
settlement is now reached in the death of Meli Corrado, the Trader Joe's employee who was shot and killed by LAPD officers at the end of a pursuit. And assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Now, Mike, it's been nearly 6 years. I almost didn't remember the name, but when you said Trader Joe's, I know who you're talking about. This happened in Silver Lake, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it was a very hectic and chaotic day. I remember that the LAPD originally started chasing that man after he was accused of a violent crime. The chase ended at that Trader Joe's when he ran inside, began shooting at officers. Officers returned fire, and unfortunately they missed and they struck Melly. I want to show you the video here of her. It's been 6 years, as we've talked about. She was just working that day. That suspect ran inside, and here you see the body camera video from those officers firing those shots, striking her and killing her. The suspect would then go inside and hold several people hostage inside the Trader Joe's for hours before finally coming out on his own and being taken into custody. Now, Melly's family, the Corrado family, filed a lawsuit in November of that year in 2018. There's a suspect from when he was in court, and it just now is being settled for $9.5 million is what the family will get as a result of this settlement agreement. The attorneys
$9.5 million. I think I'd rather have my family member than that money, though.
For the family, saying this is the largest settlement ever involving an LAPD officer and a shooting. And again, that is a $9.5 million settlement, Pat.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike.
So this is First Responder Cringe. How many of you guys have seen First Responder Cringe before on Reddit? If you haven't seen it, I'm super well. So when you move from one location to another location, that takes a lot of time and effort. And to see the for rent place, at my Vegas, the studio that I had to leave because it got doxxed. So I had to get out of there. So it's, so be it. the new studio is even better than the old studio. So a couple of you guys have seen the new studio, but most people haven't seen it yet. I'm going to actually put it on teamdlz.com. So if you guys are so inclined, it will be up soon. There's teamdlz.com. There's the website, teamdlz.net. It's the same. Because listen, YouTube, I don't know what YouTube's doing with this channel. I don't know what they're doing. But I'm glad there's 500 people here because it's just whatever. That's what YouTube's doing. Anyway, put it one in the chat if you guys have seen First Responder Cringe before. This is where I get a ton of my memes. Found at the flea market, concealed weapons permit.
Overreacting.
Man, these guys really think that they really think that they're something. These it's just people who dress up like, oh my God, look at this guy. How it looks, how it feels. This cop thinks he's Batman. He literally compared himself to being Batman. It says at the bottom how it looks versus how it feels. Do you guys, let me clear this out of the way. See how it says how it looks right there and how it feels on the other side? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Ugh. This is First Responder Cringe. But there's often, oh God, we can't. Ugh, yuck, just yuck.
Do not sell marijuana to my husband.
Okay. God, these cops, just disgusting, just disgusting.
A security guard is accused of impersonating a police officer after picking the wrong person to try and pull over on the interstate. News 13's Jessica Gadate shows us how that man tried to justify pulling over a New Mexico State Police captain.
He literally pulled over our captain?
No, well, he was trying to.
State police were called to assist a captain on November 4th who reported someone trying to pull him over on I-40.
Turns on all of his lights. Blues in the front, reds in the back. Just trying to control traffic, act like a cop.
But something felt off.
I go to move over because that may be BCSO.
Yeah.
And then once I go to pull over, he turns them all off. I was like, okay, this is.
State police talked with Ronald Portillo. The man claimed the captain never identified himself, then became argumentative over the captain's badge.
Well, you showed it, right? It was in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now. I'm in charge of this right now.
Officers tried to place Portillo into custody.
Hey, knock it off.
You knock it off.
No.
Let go. I haven't done anything wrong.
Knock it off.
I haven't done anything wrong. Don't do it.
Knock it off.
Done anything wrong.
Well, then why are you resisting? Now you're resisting.
Once detained, Portillo has an
They got to get him in the torture cuffs. Got to get him in the torture cuffs.
explanation for what he was doing.
We go to Central and Eubank, and we just run all of those all the way down to the hill. I didn't light them up. I didn't do anything because I know that's against the law to pose as an officer. I'm a PPO for the state. I work for this company, and we're cleaning house here.
The captain went over to discuss the incident with the guard, who remained defiant.
You understand what? Now, once you show me your badge, well, not your badge. Right. Okay. What? You're state police now. Yes. But you didn't show that prior. I did. All right. Yeah. So we're good.
Portillo was given a misdemeanor citation for impersonating an officer and
So he got himself out of the car?
released. Jessica.
So he got released? They let him go? I'm so confused. I don't understand.
The captain went over to discuss the incident with the guard, who remained defiant.
You understand what? Now, once you show me your badge, well, not your badge. Right. Okay. What? You're state police now. Yes. But you didn't show that prior. I did. All right. Yeah. So we're good.
Portillo was given a misdemeanor citation for impersonating an
A misdemeanor for impersonating a cop? I don't think that would happen for me. I would be charged with a felony.
officer and released. Jessica Gaddate, KRQE News 13.
Portillo is scheduled to be arraigned on that charge December 7th. If he's found guilty, he faces up to a year behind bars and a fine of up to $2,000.
Tonight's top story, a KENS 5 exclusive into claims of excessive force about Balcones Heights police. Surveillance video capturing teens pulled over for a traffic violation. And during the stop, the teens say the officer's actions were out of line. Tonight, the police chief tells KENS 5 he is looking into the allegations. Now, the two young men spoke exclusively with KENS 5 reporter. Officers'
I mean, look at the cop, how weak he is. And it's just some bystander, it looks like, pulls over to help the cop.
We're out of line. Tonight, the police chief tells KENS 5 he is looking into the allegations. Now, the two young men spoke exclusively with KENS 5 reporter Megan Drana. And Megan, the teens say that
working on a car that they're trying to fix up Saturday night. They decided to give it a test drive around the neighborhood, and that's when they came across a Balcones Heights officer. But what happened next has left both traumatized.
We were on Fredericksburg at a stop sign, and a cop, I turned right, and that's when I seen that cop make a fat U-turn.
It's about 11:30 Saturday night, and 18-year-old Jaden Zimmerly is behind the wheel in Balcones Heights. His friend Giovanni Ramirez, also 18, was riding along. They say they noticed the cop car was following them.
But I see him excessively speeding to me, so I know he's about to light me up.
Zimmerly says he followed advice his mom had given him in the past to put on his hazard lights and drive to a safe location before pulling.
Oh, so putting on your hazard lights and driving to a safe location is taught by a lot of people. A lot of people think that's what you do, but the last cop, he pit maneuvered that woman, that pregnant woman.
Over. So he drove less than a mile home.
We get to my house, I pull in. I'm not speeding at all.
Balcones Heights Police Chief John Jahanara told me over the phone his officer claimed the driver was evading him. The officer then draws out his weapon. The chief also added dash camera video did confirm the hazard lights were on. Zimmerly says the teens complied with the officer as he asked them to get out of the vehicle with their arms up.
See, this is just so ridiculous. I'm sorry. Just take a look at the scene. If I have to put it on YouTube, I will. Hold on one second. That's at 142. Here it is. This is at 142. So I'll put this at on YouTube here real quick. So it's at 142. This is what I'm talking about. This is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. This is crazy. Whether the car is stolen, not stolen, that this is the standard operating procedure for the police departments, that they have decided that this is how we will be treated. It's their policy. It's perfectly fine. Did you okay that policy that if it's a felony stop, well, then we get to point guns at you and you have to get on your knees? This is what I'm talking about. This is the reason why I have such a problem with police officers. Why I think that half of them are scum. This is why. You can't agree to behave like this with people and then still believe that people like me who are good would believe that you're good. I know what good is because I would never do this to somebody else. Not under the guise of my safety, your safety, or anybody else's safety. This guy can be caught a myriad of different ways. He doesn't have to be caught like this. And so this is the reason why people have such disdain for you cops. This is the reason why people don't like you and call you pigs. This is the reason why right here. Look at how this treatment is going. You got your taser or your gun pointed at some 18-year-old kid who has to get on his knees for you to feel safe. This is the whole problem with you cops. This is disgusting and it's wrong and it shouldn't happen. Just makes me sick.
Shut up. He called me.
Says the teens complied with the officer as he asked them to get out of the vehicle with their arms up and then get on the ground.
We were like, how was your day? And he was all like, shut up. He called me an Edgar, which is like people with this type of haircut. And like, it just feels like he was calling me like slurs. Like, you know, I told him I have a name, sir. And then he just ignored me. Like,
They admit they started to talk back to the officer.
Oh, you're not allowed to talk back to the coppers.
Guess Gio said something that triggered his anger.
And it's this moment they claim the officer was using excessive force.
I didn't know what he was doing. I just felt punches like
was using excessive force.
He beat down with his fist.
Anger.
And it's this moment they claim the officer
Watch him
was
punch.
using
There's the punch.
excessive
There's a punch in the face to a guy who's just sitting there.
force.
I didn't know what he was doing. I just felt punches like force to my face and my head.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a bystander. It was this other copper back here, his partner. He sees this guy beating on him and he goes running over so he can join in on the beating.
I didn't know what he was doing. I just felt punches like force to my face and my head.
The police chief says his officer told him Ramirez had reached for his leg, so that's what prompted his use of force.
What did he say?
Sir told him Ramirez had reached for his leg, so
it doesn't look like he reached for his leg.
Face and my head. I didn't know what he was doing. I just felt punches like force to my face and my head.
The police chief says his officer told him Ramirez had reached for his leg, so that's what prompted his use of force. But the chief added the body camera video didn't capture a leg grab. Ramirez says it didn't happen.
And now the guy's dad's going in cuffs too? They're putting the guy's dad in cuffs? Everybody just goes in torture cuffs? This is what I'm talking about, policy, procedure, and protocol. They think they have policy over all of us, and they don't.
While this was going on, Zimmerly's father, who was outside the home, was also placed in handcuffs.
So I thought we were going to go to jail.
Wow. Wow. In his own driveway, in his own house, put in handcuffs? There's a federal civil rights lawsuit right there. That's an unlawful detainment all day long.
Outside the home was also placed in handcuffs. Zimmerly's father, who was outside the home, was also placed in handcuffs.
So I thought we were going to go to jail.
But then they say things started to de-escalate. Eventually, they were all let out of their handcuffs, and Zimmerly was ticketed for driving without insurance.
He was just out of pocket.
And Ramirez did go to the hospital the next day. He showed me a medical form that confirmed he has a concussion. He says he wants the officer involved off the force.
Which, Megan, now brings us to the investigation. So as we heard.
The investigation? I'm so sorry. The investigation is going to be cops investigating cops, and they're going to find no wrongdoing. Not a crime, not a criminal statute that could get their peace officers stripped away, their peace officer certificate stripped away, but they're going to investigate wrongdoing and find no wrongdoing. And then if they do find wrongdoing, it'll go in their jacket, but not the jacket that you and I get, only the jacket we can get from the judge if the judge determines that what's in the jacket is applicable to your case. That's North Carolina. That's Alan Hubb's video. So who's going to investigate them? Who's going to hold them accountable?
The police chief told you there are body camera videos, dash camera videos. Is he going to release those?
Well, I filed an open records request with the police department. He tells me that once the internal investigation is over, he'll release those videos.
Oh, so as soon as it dies down, as soon as the fervor of the public dies down, they'll release them then in a year or two.
Now, keep in mind, the police chief and a lieutenant are leading this internal investigation.
Oh, shit.
Tells me that once the internal investigation is over, he'll release those videos. Now, keep in mind, the police chief and a lieutenant are leading this internal investigation.
Now, keep in mind that the
videos. Now, keep in mind, the police chief and a lieutenant are
the police chief and a lieutenant. They would never be biased, ever. These men are salt of the earth. They're there to protect and serve your family. They're the best and the brightest. The police chief and the lieutenant of that police department are doing the investigation, so you can rest assured that justice surely will be done. We don't have anything to worry about. Now that the chief has this in his clasps,
records request with the police department. He tells me that once the internal investigation is over, he'll release those videos. Now, keep in mind, the police chief and a lieutenant are leading this internal investigation. And he says it should be wrapped up by early next week.
Early next week. And I know you will keep.
It'll be wrapped up by early next week. you and I could wrap up the investigation in 12 hours. I need to watch the video, question the cops, question the kid, question the dad. That's it. The entire thing would take 12 hours from beginning to end. Where's this at?
KENS 5 exclusive into claims of excessive force about Balcones Heights police. Surveillance video. Captive into claims of
Excessive force by what's the police department, he said here?
excessive force about Balcones Heights police.
Coney Heights police? I'm so sorry. What did he say here? That's I didn't hear what he said. Did you guys hear what he said? Coney Heights police? Did somebody get the name of the police department? Let's check out a couple of the comments here. Odd the officer was so angry over a simple traffic ticket. Obviously, he's got some mental issues. We use news like this to teach our children not to trust police. And cops wonder why anyone would want to ambush that poor officer in Dallas. What's worse is these tyrants still have the audacity to call themselves the good guys. The fact that either of these cops are still alive is proof that there's no justice in this country. You have the right to pull someone over in a safe area, to secure a well-lit area where everything will be in plain view. We did nothing wrong to pull over with a safe area with the hazards on. Hot-headed cop. Does anybody know where this police department is? I'm trying to find investigation. What a joke. The police chief needs to appoint an outside agency. So does anybody know?
Surveillance 5 exclusive into claims of excessive force about Balcones Heights police.
Balcones?
KENS 5 exclusive into claims of excessive force about Balcones Heights.
By Balcones? Is anybody getting that? Is anybody in the chat getting that? Is that Balcones? San Antonio Police Department? Is that the Balcones? Is that what it is, Wanda? Is that what it is? Did you find that? Is Balcones? Let me Google search that real quick. Balcones Police Department, San Antonio, Texas. I don't see the Balcones. Does anybody see it? I don't see it. I don't see Balcones. Does anybody see Balcones? What's it called here? Hey, thanks for the Reverend BBMC. Thanks for the super chat. I'm just seeing it. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Rusty, I didn't get a chance to answer your question earlier. I don't know if he's still here anymore. We've been on for 2 hours. So, oh, there you go. Okay, let's try that.
Tonight's top story at KENS 5. Exclusive into claims of excessive force about Balcones Heights police.
Balcones Heights police. Is that what it is?
KENS 5 exclusive into claims of excessive force about Balcones Heights police. Surveillance video.
Balcones
capturing
Heights
teens pulled over
police?
for a traffic violation.
San Antonio. Beacon Hill, San Antonio, Balcones. There it is. There it is right there. There it is right there. There it is right there. Okay, so that's the, I mean, you know, let's just see what we can do. We're going to reach out now. I'll reach out in the morning if I can. My sleep schedule from jail is still so screwed up. You have no idea. You have no idea. It's so screwed up. There's nothing I can do about it.
Balcones Heights Police Fire, how can I help you?
Hey, how you doing tonight, sir? I was hoping to talk to someone in charge.
May I ask what about?
Well, my name is Chili. I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded and on the record. And I know I do have this funny accent, but I'm a lot more savvy than you might think. And I call police departments all over the country. And so, you know, we are a channel on YouTube and we back the blue. We are big blue backers around here. But every once in a while, you know how it is, you're going to get one of these bad apples that's going to come rolling down the hill. And then we seen that happen right there at Balcones Heights Police Department in San Antonio. We seen that guy. He jumped on top of those kids and started beating on them. And so I was trying to get a statement from the San Bacone Police Department there in San Antonio to find out what they're doing with that bad copper, because he's making the rest of them good cops look bad.
I'm sorry, I'm not aware what you're talking about, but if you give me a moment, I can
Sure.
try and get a hold of a supervisor.
Well, sure. I do appreciate your time, too. I want you to know that right now.
All right. Just give me maybe 2-3 minutes. I can try and get a hold of a supervisor.
That would be absolutely fantastic, because there is a public at large, and we have seen what that cop did.
Bye, sir. Just give me one moment.
Sometimes it just rolls. Bacone Heights Police Department. Like shooting pigs in a barrel. Make sure you guys get a Team DLZ bracelet. I didn't know it was going to cost so much to ship these things. I had no idea. God dang it. I would have done it a little bit different. Just wondering where exactly. I have no idea. Maybe they'll just put me on hold the whole time now. I don't know what they're doing. But you know what? More than the friendship bracelet, which we don't stop, support Team DLZ. I hope you get a trifold in your car. That's what I really hope. I want you to have it in your car. I wonder if they're just going to leave me on hold. They're just going to leave me on hold. Let me try one more time here and see if they're going to play any games here. If they're going to. Katie went to Katie Frizzle. Katie Frizzle. Frizzle Dizzle. Katie Frizzle. Houston Hot Doggy. They ain't going to pick up the phone. Well, dadnabbit, Charlie, I'll tell you what. No one's going to pick up the dang phone. No one's going to pick up the dang phone. TeamDLZ.com was supposed to be up yesterday. I gotta call my web guy and be like, yo, what's up with Team DLZ? TeamDLZ.com. Team DLZ shows you, like, I show you my old studio and I show you my new studio. You know, listen, moving is a bitch. So everything was delayed for about a week. Moving is a full-time gig. And now, so new location now. Got to reset everything up and get everything back, put up the way I want to have everything put up. And so, unfortunately, I had to move. If you guys don't know, I had, just so you guys know, you can't get into a text message war with people. So I had something I had to deal with in Maryland, and today, in case you guys don't know, those things were dismissed. So I just don't want to give anybody any light at all. I don't want to give any person or persons who have nefarious, who are just bad people, that are just criminal bad people. I don't want to give them any light. So I'm pretty fortunate that things worked out in my favor. Granted, I did hire one of the best law firms in Maryland to represent me, and the charges in Maryland have been dismissed and it was misdemeanor charges of telephone harassment, where text messaging, you can't now when the trolls text me, I just delete them. I just as soon as I figure out, oh, this is just an absolute troll, I just get rid of them. So it's just been quite an adventure. Moving is quite an adventure, moving. So pretty sad to see the for rent sign up at my old studio in Vegas. Pretty sad to see that. It's a bummer. I feel bad because I really like those folks over there and I had a good stay while I was there. It was nice. It was nice while I was there, but as you can see, beginning of the month has hit, things change. And so that's right where we are right now. And so I've been a little bit slammed, like the green screen backdrop, you guys can't see, but behind the scenes, there's just so many things happening, so many moving parts, have so much going on. So, yep. Ignorance is pignorance. Dan Hanlon, OTVO, Rebel Studios. Good to see you guys. Les OTVO. What is up, Les OTVO? Jim was here. Sydney was here. Thanks for coming. KT is here. Fighting Soul was here. And yeah, just, like right in the middle of my moving time, I was having to deal with crap in Maryland. So when that got dismissed today, I was just so happy because now my move is, we're good now. Now move, you know what I mean? All good. All good. I got a new studio. Now I'm not doxxed again, which is great. I wonder how long I can keep from being doxxed this time. Well, this time I'm not going to associate myself with just bad people who are bad, nefarious. They're just, bad people can't see themselves and they don't realize that they're bad people, but they're bad people. You're not a good person if you lie, manipulate, cheat, steal people's stuff. You're not a good person. And that's what I deal with a lot. There's a lot of bad people. But Jennifer, the good part is the move is terminated now. Now we're all done. We don't have to worry about moving now. So, it's just putting things together now in the new studio. That's what I have to get done now. Put everything together in the new studio. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. Already gone, Sydney. Already gone. I'm already out. I helped my ex-landlord hang the sign of studio for rent and I'm out. So everything's already gone. We're already moving on. We're already moving on. Turn over a new leaf, says King Braveheart. Yep. That's it's going to be, we shall see. But the good news is I have everything packaged for shipping tomorrow. Make sure you guys get your friendship bracelet. I'm shipping off about 30 of these tomorrow. Go get We Don't Stop, Team DLZ, OTVO. Just get one for support and wear this bad chicken so you always remember to invoke your Fifth Amendment right. Make sure you guys have a trifold in your car, a pair of cop cards in your wallet. So Gunzinger, if you ordered in the last 9 days, it ships tomorrow. Haven't shipped it yet. It's still sitting in envelopes right here, but it ships tomorrow. So, yep. Yep. Good to see everybody. Jenna Weeks, nice to see you. Yeah. Yep. Still dealing with people. Always. It'll never stop. It'll always continue. There'll always be people. There'll always be people who want to parasite off of you. Always. There always will be. So, that's all I have to worry about is making sure that I had a great time in Vegas. Things change. I had to change. I had to move. So new location, new things. Now I don't have to worry about being swatted. In my old location in Vegas, I was constantly worried about being swatted because a major troll had my address and I just wanted to just wanted to get out of there. Just wanted to get the flock out of there. Put it in the comment section. OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. OTVO. Put it in the comment section if you would, pretty please, with sugar and cherry on top. KT already got it. Nice to see you. We don't stop by any means. You guys, no, really, I am serious. I only have 100 of these and I've already sold 30 of them. So get your OTVO Team DLZ. And my profit margin on these is absolutely tiny because it costs me $6 or $7 to send each one of these things. I only put $5 in the shipping, but you live and you learn. I can't ship these in a regular envelope, these or the keychains. I can't ship the keychains in a regular envelope. They have to be in their own mailer. So I had to order their own individual mailers. So now with these, though, you'll get a tracking number. Everybody will get a tracking number with your friendship bracelets. So that's a good thing. Anyway, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Good to see everybody. Thanks for coming. Chris, nice to see you. Bruce, I will save you one. No problem. No problemo. No problem. In Coster City, Nevada. Yep, we shall see. Jenna Weeks, OTVO. Sammy, OTVO. Dog TV, OTVO. Sacramento Liney, you're welcome. Right on. Oh, yeah. That troll. Oh, yeah. 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 So one of the trolls that Writes On got the information on, one of the trolls ended up being a complete and total like slime ball, like ripped off like children's food drives, like that big of a slime ball. That's how'd you call it? Writes On? What'd you say? Yeah. So stealing from food banks. It was one of the biggest trolls I had, was someone who stole from food banks. And then another one, she was in and out of jail with her husband, and they had just been arrested for shoplifting when they made a video about me and said I was it's just, these people, they want to distract me, but I won't be distracted. Up next is the syllabus for the Supreme Court Constitutional Law Scholar, the board game, which I've been waiting on for so long to get done. And Transparency app will finally, the very beginning of it. There's so many things I have going on. You have no idea. Mama Lion, what is going on? What is going on? Soy Leal, always good to see you. Always good to see you. Listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Mikey B. Later, Gators. Chevy, I don't know where you are. Chevy. Paging Chevy.